Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. I have Kevin Dong, founder and CEO of Auto Destination Exchange, on the show with me today. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Michael. I'm pleased to be here.
I read your bio. You have an amazing success story from start to finish on this. If you want to, give us just a little peek into that, and then I want to dive right into what ADX365 does.
Oh, okay, all right. So my life is actually pretty wild because I grew up without really a parenting. I mean, I was really on my own when I was 13, became independent when I was 13 and started working full-time, 15, taking care of families and stuff like that. I started a real estate when I was 21 with the mortgage crisis in 2008. I don't know if you recall, so I bought a 4-family. Someone purchased over 487,000. I bought it for 105,000, and fixed it up, rented out, and got refinanced for close to 300,000. Did that for, I think I bought 16 more units with that. So I made pretty good money in that year. And then after that, you start to go a little wild and party a little bit. But what really got me into was the Craigslist. I don't know. Back in the day, if you want to find a good deal, you go to Craigslist.
Right.
So I saw a car. I need a winter beat up. So I was looking for that car, and I saw somebody that called themselves as a dealer. And they're selling cars at home. And I was really interested. And it's like, how do you do that? So I gave him money. He wouldn't teach me how to do it. So I gave him $5,000 to teach me how to do it. And he thought about it, so he brought me in, and I gave him another $5,000, like, get me the license. So that's how I started it, and then I started recruiting people. So I recruited 42 salespeople to sell cars for me.
Great. Is that what brought you to ADX365?
It's actually, I was in the automotive dealership business for 8 years, and I had a niche market. I had an Asian Chinese student that's studying abroad, so I had the connection. So we sell a lot of cars, not through advertisement, but strictly through referrals. And I have other business like a couple pieces of real estate and a club and a few restaurants. But I consolidated everything to do an ADX365, because when I go to auction, there's a lot of people that actually, what happened is that complain about how inefficient, expensive the auction is, but nobody's really doing anything. I bought a Chevy store, at a Chevrolet store, a 12-acre lot. One of the guy that told me, Kevin, is the only thing that you know is selling cars? That really strikes me. So for the next 15 minutes, whatever he said, I wasn't paying attention. I was like, I got to do something different. I had this deal arrangement with a Chevrolet store. I put $300,000 down already for that lot, and I was about to expand the business. And that 15 minutes, my mind was like, I got to do something that can be scalable and really helping out all the dealers. So I decided this is my destiny. And in the next 3 months, I sold almost everything to fund my own project. And in my life, this is the first time I ever asked for money. Usually people, ask me for money. So this is the first time that I have no experience in raising money, but I hire people. Unfortunately, they fail on me. They take my money and promise you all the great things that I get you $6 million, $10 million. Like, oh, it's a piece of cake, but so much talking and no results.
Let's talk about, we'll get into that in a minute. Let's talk about what is ADX365. What does it do?
ADX365 is a B2B, dealer-to-dealer online auction platform. So as you know that dealer trades their car through auctions. Now, why would dealer get their inventory from auctions? It's just simply, if you own a franchise store, for example, you want to trade in your 2008 for 2018 Mercedes. Well, that Mercedes dealership is not going to sell that 2008 with 125,000 miles. So what they do is they liquidate through auction. So currently, there's approximately 25 million vehicles trading through auction platform. Think of auction platform as an ecosystem of the automotive industry. Think of stock, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, It's a trading platform so the dealer can get inventory and trading with each other.
Okay, I got it.
Right.
So you're getting a commission on the exchange of the auto dealerships putting the cars out, and then is it dealer to dealer, or is it from the consumer to purchase through the auction?
Right. For now, it's dealer to dealer. It's a dealer to dealer strictly, and what happened is that currently more than 80% of the inventory sold from auction are directly through primarily through physical auctions, and there's a lot of inefficiencies. You got to bring the car there, you have to be there, and your parts and people tamper with your car, and you don't get the right price. There's a lot of inefficiency. There's a lot of waste. So we figure that every car that goes to our platform will be inspected by one of our ASC certified inspectors. Now it's Uber-like. So if you upload your car through our platform, all you do is you copy paste your VIN or utilize our mobile app, and it will notify a nearby inspector, and the inspector will call you to set up an appointment so he can come in and inspect the car. After that, we have a proprietary algorithm and grade the car by itself. So the inspector is there to document the car. The system will provide a condition grade for that vehicle. So it provides a total transparency.
Got it. So I understand that you just won a competition with your business model, right?
Yes, I was in Hangzhou. I was in Hangzhou in China. I was invited. There's over 1,500 applicants. Only 32 of them got invited to Hangzhou. So they want me to set up a base in China, but I want to focus in America first because China is such a chaos. They offer me a 1 million yuan, is approximately $150,000, and then also government grant and stuff like that. But that was not my intention. So I went to China just to see what it's all about. The technology there, the business model there, everything is so fast in China. Sadly, in America, it's a great country, but in the adoption of technology, United States are a lot slower than adoption. We have the highest technology, the newest technology, but unfortunately, the adoption rate are very low. So we need to really revolutionize technology to make life and business a lot more efficient.
Now, I know that you can't get into hard numbers on a show like that. That's a meeting that has to take place over the phone or in person. But
Right.
Give us the idea of growth rate and market penetration you think you can have with ADX365.
Right. So we just finished the beta phase. So we projected in 2019 to sell just approximately 9,000 vehicles. That should bring us about 3.2 million revenue. And the next couple of years, when we're going to also tap into the consumer side. So our projection is that by the end of the 5th year, we should be generating approximately 300 plus million in revenue.
And do you see that this is actually going to be a very big disruptor for the auto dealerships as they're doing business now?
Oh, certainly. Think about if you own a convenience store next to Walmart, and if someone wants to go do a grocery shopping, right? I mean, I would go to Walmart because you would probably want to go to Joe Smith convenience store because it's very competitive, and the material or the stuff that you buy is all quality stuff. But especially with a smaller business with so much overhead, right? They can't compete with the bigger guys. The same thing with a smaller dealership. They can't compete with a big Mercedes dealership. So because of the overhead. But we have developed not just a platform, we have developed the ultimate platform for the automotive ecosystem. Our ultimate goal is to consolidate all the smaller business, smaller dealership, eliminate their overhead, and consolidate their business model into a platform, just like an Amazon would do.
How are you integrating blockchain technology into this process?
So I would say more for transaction security, because at the end of the day, as time and future comes in the next few years, a lot of things is cybersecurity and transaction security. So with payment system and records, a blockchain technology will definitely revolutionize the way we buy things and conduct business.
Brilliant, brilliant. All right, Kevin, thanks for being a guest on the show. I'm sure we'll be in touch very soon, and I can't wait to hear about the progress as things go forward.
All right. Thank you very much, Michael, for having me.
My pleasure. You've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All right. Thank you. See ya.